Suzuka for round 2 of the 2022 Hololive GT3 Japan Series. And we're going to specify that this is the Hololive GT3 Japan Series postseason. It's round 2 of 4 of the postseason, and we're here racing in the legendary track in Mie Prefecture, that is the Suzuka circuit. And speaking of Suzuka, let's talk about the track map. Don't mind about the stream schedule for today, but do mind about it tomorrow. And we're explaining to you guys about the Suzuka circuit. 5.8 kilometers total on this racetrack, 18 corners. We're going to be racing for 35 laps in the main race, but 18 laps in the qualifying races. We're going to be mentioning about the new format later on in the stream. Also want to look at the target lap number 22689, but actually scratch that. That was previous data. Now we're going to be looking at maybe a 205, 204s for the target lap time. We also want to mention that Suzuka is in the Mie Prefecture, and Mie Prefecture is literally near close to Aichi Prefecture, where Matsuri said is her hometown. So that is a nice fact here. And we also want to mention that we're also going to be streaming again tomorrow at the same time, 24 hours from now. So drop by if you have the time and be able to do so. And speaking of the entry list, we're looking at the spotters guide right now to see on who is here and who's not here. It's basically the run-of-the-mill drivers from last round, except one notable replacement. Santi D has now been replaced by a driver named Aquamarine Jensen, Swedish nationality, and Minato Aqua on this hand. So Santi D will not take any further part in the Hololive GT3 this season. So although all the drivers will remain the same. Just want to talk about the second page here. We will be covering Gens 3, 4, 5, and 6. Basically, that is the entire field at the moment. And we also want to talk about the championship standings after Buriram. Hofomai and Lorenzo Ricci, Battle Hammer, and Tom side by side for the race win at Buriram. They were in the lead in the race. They were in control on Buriram using the previous format. Hofomai won comfortably ahead of Lorenzo Ricci, though Lorenzo Ricci did give him a bit of a battle at the end of the race. Santi D, supported Santi D with Rocket Regions right after this, which you brought, and basically in this sense dominated in Buriram, but we will see Lexus and Honda fight back. We'll have to wait and see. Now, we're going to be transitioning over into qualifying. Hello, welcome everyone into Hololive GT3. I'm Mama Shad and Reza in the commentary crew, and we're about to get split A qualifying underway. Well, if you want to take a look into the entry list, hang on, apologies here. I want to take a look into we want to take a look into the entry list here. Here is the split A qualifying order here at the moment. You see Ben Richter, Ricky Contreras, Tim Inno, Shazrin Reza, Alex Grant, Daniel Malata, Jake Fox, Alex Bowen, Sean Quali, split A champion, Hans Heinrich, Juan Air, Richie Rod, Anthony Eminel, Lorenzo Ricci, Andrew Tacoslet, Mr. Hernandez, and Mama Shakib Reza make up the 15-car field here in Suzuka. 17-car field for qualifying in Suzuka. I also want to mention to you one thing, that you need to qualify in the top, you will need to qualify inside the top 8 for each event into the car races. Qualifying time for lower, going to have to race your way into the main race tomorrow. The main race tomorrow is where you will gain and basically, only 7 minutes of qualifying, getting the top 8 and again, top 8 will high much and alongside it is an upcoming Indy virtual YouTuber named Adak-RMS. Give him a little support for GT3. I want to look heading into
Hello, hi, my name is Hololive. I am your individual from Malaysia, and it's my first time doing a commentary on such an amazing race. I've been part of usually these model races, so I'm very excited to actually comment on an exciting race such as Holo GT3. Thank you.
Okay, so Miyuki, nice to see you in the commentary booth, and we also want to talk about how we actually basically previous time we've been here in last August. We've seen the Lexus and Honda, they're all evenly matched. So if we want to talk about manufacturer parity, like the gap between the three cars, there is basically minimal gaps and the parity is high. And speaking of which, one of the few cars that dominated Buriram this entire August. Very nice looking livery. And speaking of Shaki Rizza, he's about to finish his lap. We're going to go on board in number 57. Today it is that for a round of hot lap here in Suzuka. Start this here, get a very good engine, and everyone get this one barrel down the main straight here. Have a lot of green and try to make out where you want to break heading into turn one. Turn one is a fast corner, basically tightening up over time, so you need to find your braking distance. Okay, then you can go right here. Turn two. Working basically turn off right there. Set this up. Obviously, take up the further or set this up. Who's directly down to 9. Yuki. Yuki, so right now, we're free to speak up whatever you want to speak up, whatever you want to speak. Yuki, so obviously, we're seeing all of these beautiful cars. We see the American set here, place. Shazin Reza, though, not looking good here. He's down in 15th place, so yes, it stands on half to participate, and all likely if he wants to have any chance of making it to the right now, so 16th. While we're waiting for music programming, we're about to finish up the qualifying session. Is still mired behind traffic, but take a look at Alex Bowen though. Alex Bowen very satisfied with her lines inside the pits. She is currently set the provisional pole time of a 2:45.67. Anthony Evanel's not far behind. Chucky Preza is ahead. As you see, Chucky Preza losing a good amount of time. Not improving on the second sector, but did have her personal best first. Let's see what Chucky Preza can do. Stays third. Anthony Evanel qualifying very solid second. Taking a look at Jake Fox right now. Jake Fox bumps himself into the main race. He will qualify. He's currently qualified second, and as it stands, he will start in the main race. On air also looking good. He will qualify fourth. He will qualify fifth. So Hernandez is one of the first guys in the cut line. So Hernandez really desperately trying to pass Hololive, but Hololive is not giving anyone a bit of inch there. It does improve, but not by much. But it doesn't improve. Tim Inno, Hans-Heinrich Heinz bumps himself into the main race. He qualifies 7th. Lorenzo Ricci is still safe in 5th. Richie Bart does not improve on his time so far. He hasn't had any personal best so far in his first and second sector. Now he needs to qualify inside the top 8 if he wants to be locked into the main race. And as it stands right now, Richie Rod is not improving. Hernandez doesn't improve. Neither of them improve, but Ricky Contreras also doesn't improve. So Sean Quali also out of basically not yet inside the main race. He will qualify 13th right now. He is also not improving so far, but he will stay inside and qualify in the main race. As for Ricky Contreras, he's not looking to improve either. Watch out for Ricky Contreras. In, and that is it for basically split A qualifying, and we're going to be notifying you on who makes it into the main race and who will have to participate in the qualifying races in order to basically get themselves a shot into making it into the main race. So right now we'll be taking a look into the start, basically the preview at the moment. The 8 cars that qualify in the main race is Alex Bowen, currently set the fastest time in split A qualifying. We'll have a spot in the main race. Anthony Evanel in basically also guarantees a spot in the main race. Chucky Brenda guarantees a spot in the main race. Juan Aaron guarantees himself a spot in the main race as well. In the NASCAR Texas, Lorenzo Ricci guarantees a spot in Suzuka this end. In the ASCII car and the truck selection has basically locked himself into the main race. Hans-Heinrich Heinz qualifies 7th in the car Lexus, qualifying is very solid 7th place, and Jake Fox rounds out the 8 cars, that's the first 8 cars that will make it into split, into basically the main race for tomorrow. So we're going to talk about the remaining 9 cars that have not made it into the main race yet. We want to talk about Richie Rod in the share car for King Descent. We also want to talk about Ben Ripton in the this is the Sakura Miko Honda in 11th, and then also want to talk about Ricky Contreras. Laplace Darkness Honda in 12th. Sean Quali as well, split A champion, is on the outside looking in at the moment. In the next for the Honda, Alex Grant in the Atlantic descent is qualifying 14th place right now. And Hololive also out of exactly on the outside looking in into the main race so far. Southern Reza though had the pace, but was still mired in traffic, so he has qualified only 16th, not good for him. And Tim Inno is the last driver in split A. Is basically in a must-qualify scenario heading into the main race tomorrow. So we're going to transition over into split B qualifying very soon. So Miyuki, if you're still here, can you share us your thoughts of the qualifying session so far?
Hello, I apologize for the absence a few minutes ago. I've been trying to watch. I've been eyeing on Lorenzo Vici in the 5th place, as he was how do I say this? He was
very quick.
very strong. Yeah. even though he hasn't he finished the race a bit quite late, but he still managed to qualify in the fifth place, which I'm very impressed.
Well, very impressed should you be, and very impressed should GT3 as well. We're about to get the Split B qualifying session underway, and as we mentioned, Split B is basically the same Split B that we had in basically Split B that we had in postseason, and Kizuhara Leo, fellow of Malaysian, is first car out on track. You can see cars outside. Cars are out on track as well. And Power is getting out on track, so all these drivers are eager to get themselves a very solid lap here. It's basically the same rules here. You need to qualify inside the top 8 if you want to have a guaranteed spot into the main race. Otherwise, if you qualify 9th or lower, you're going to have to compete and qualify 6th or higher in that main race that qualifies for the main race tomorrow. So here we see obviously we want to reiterate these cars are basically designed based on the Hololive outputs. Now, since they are based on the hype outfits, basically, as you can see here, Mio currently was at the top on her hype outfit. So if you have a position, you see currently was at top. The car was going to the top like this. You'll be given a Lexus, and here we see cars really great very similar straight line. This is our very good straight line and Hondas, while they are pretty average, we have an advantage similar in cornering and sense in straight line speed. It's hard to here we see Kizuhara Leo sitting first class in we want to take a look. So if you have like a yellow, you see the yellow times here, that means you're not improving. If it's green, it's your personal best in that sector, and if it's purple time, that means it's the fastest of anyone so far in that sector. So right now, Kizuhara Leo into the double corner in the Murasaki Shion Honda. Anyways, Kizuhara Leo into the timing beam in sector 1. 46.361. Very solid sector Kizuhara Leo. So can you explain what's happening in the rest of this lap?
Okay, as I can see, Kizuhara Leo is in the first place against all the other 870 members. So far, he's improving quite a lot than the others. And never mind. I can see number 12. Okay, number 12 is not quite why he has it is not
as we said, the fastest second sector. As you can see, purple lap time with the purple second sector means he is at the fastest second sector out of anyone so far. Kizuhara Leo is in a prime position to qualify inside the top 8 and lock himself into the main race tomorrow.
I'm very impressed in that he's so far the fastest among all of them. I repeat, he's the fastest, or he has a purple tag, and is obviously in the first place.
and right now we see Daniel Bauer setting the fastest first sector so far, but only for so fast sectors, and Daniel Bauer will qualify second, will qualify second now. Zeke Wimberley will qualify fifth, and you can see Andrew Rockingham getting out on track. Let's see where he ends up. Fifth place with a fastest third sector so far. It's going to be very competitive here in this race. Right now, we also want to take a look into some of the other drivers. Captain Basilia in the number 11, Sora for Honda. First move best in the second and third sector. She is looking to have very good pace. Having a very good car at the moment. Looks like she has the best on she has the pace. She has the car. She has the pace to make it top 8. And she crosses the finish line 7. Qualifies 6. Drops down to 8. As you can see, right to the 50 and gets Sahara Leo. Getting himself back inside the top 3. I don't want to forget to mention that Hololive has already set the provisional fastest time of 2:06.239. So a very good lap there for Hololive. Qualifies his distance 209.242. On the outside looking in. Adak-RMS also on the outside looking in. He qualifies 14th. Yuki.
I was very okay. I was very shocked to see that Homai was able to steal the top place, and Leo ending up in third. I was very impressed indeed. And I'm currently watching Sergei Petrov in the 5th place. He's going quite well in the Nissan car. And Wawan Suharto in the 6th place, still going quite easy. And Power. Well, I'm sorry, I can't read his name.
Okay, don't worry.
In the 4th place, he has finished his lap, along with in the 7th place, has also finished his lap.
Yeah, correct. As you can see, Jensen is start in Hololive GT3. His first qualifying session in the the sun is about to set here in Suzuka. Aquamarine Jensen, very solid there into the first 2 seconds, very solid there into the final chicane, and into the final turn. Aquamarine Jensen in his first Hololive qualifying. Where will he stand at the moment? He qualifies 6th, solidly inside the qualified position for him to be in the main race. The first guy on the outside looking in is Vladislav Damashnev. Does not improve. Vladislav Damashnev will have to race his way into the main race. Meanwhile, is Sahara Leo, very solid there. He's having not personal best first sector right now. And right now, he will have a guaranteed spot in the main race. Meanwhile, we're going to take a look into Adak-RMS. Not improving so far. Adak-RMS, even if he tries to finish, does not have to finish. Have to try to qualify outside the car in the main race. Might have a chance, but given that he has lost the second line, he will qualify third. Yes, he does. Only 13, but the problem, the Oro will basically have to qualify in the qualifying races for him to make it into the main race. Zeke Wimberley already in the 2 seconds, so Zeke Wimberley does not look to improve. So that is basically him out of the running in the the main race so far. But he'll have another shot as we're going to be taking a look into the lineup here who manages to qualify into the main race. So Yuki, who do you think impresses you the most in this session so far?
Yeah, I have been eyeing Kizohara Ryo since he was so far the fastest among all until I see mine has broken his record and stealing the top place, and which I was of course very impressed again. And again I was eyeing Enzi Wembley, though he was quite he didn't qualify for the main race, but he was very shocking. He managed to reach the 10th place in the last minute. Thank you.
So, yes, we do want to mention that he did qualify inside the top 10, but he is basically 2 points away from me, which he needs to be inside the top 8 for him to qualify in the main race. So, let's take a look into the drivers who have qualified in the main race. Go for mine, for a descent. So far, watch out for him. He's currently the championship leader in postseason. And also, Elijah Kavinsky is looking very solidly after his incident in Buriram. Bounces back quite well, qualifying for the main race. Kizuhara Leo is basically the number 4 person you see on Honda, will qualify inside the main race as well. Daniel Bauer heading into Luis Ramel's birthday stream this Halloween. So Daniel Bauer doing the Melkor with very a lot of favors right now. Second veteran number 5 in car number 5, next one Adak-RMS will qualify inside the main race as well. And you mentioned that the one that impressed you is Suzuka Quali. But to me, the best one that impressed so far on game is currently Aquamarine Jensen. Basically, this is his first Hololive GT3 start. Basically, something is for Sandy team, and he's currently in 6th place. So basically, locking himself into the main race. He's having a good shot for points and win. And for one start though, qualified inside the main race as well, carrying the momentum that he had at Buriram. So very good. Same goes for Andrew Akimaya. Andrew Akimaya very solidly inside the top 8 as well. Just manages to get inside the main race. So that's basically the first 16 cars locked into the main race. And the first guy on the outside was on the bottom. I don't know how much he will have qualified inside the qualifying places for him to make it into the main race. And then have Zeke Wimberley, 10th place, very solidly for him as well, but it's not enough so far for him to make it to the main race by qualifying the low. And then we have Jeff Lott in the IMA license. He's in 11th, Captain Australia, also down in 12th. They still have to qualify inside the race. And one of them will have to qualify in the main race. Will have to qualify in qualifying races. Driver was Putri Farah Kamal. This is a different driver, Cypher 3 Negatin. So with that grid out of the way, we would like to announce the drivers who will have to try to qualify inside the main race. So we have Richie Rod in the number 22 Shirakami Fubuki Nissan in the basically in split A. We're going to be covering split A first. So and then we have Ben Ripton in the Sakamata Chloe Lexus. And then we have Joso Hernandez in the Sakuramiko Honda. Ricky Contreras in the okay, so right now, Callan Gibbons is still out on the outside looking in. Andrew Tacos led have qualified into the main race so far. Lorenzo Ricci has qualified into the main race so far. Daniel Bauer has also qualified so far. Tomasha has yet to qualify inside the main race. Anthony Eminel though qualifies inside the into the main race, so good job from him. And then we still have Bon Air, who is also qualifying to the main race by qualifying. Richie Rod, you'll have to race inside will have to race his way into the qualifying session. And then Santini and Kizuhara Leo. No, right there, sorry. Aquamarine Jensen and Kizuhara Leo, very good job from them as well. Jeff Clark will have to qualify inside the qualifying races in order for him to advance into the main race so far. And then we want to talk about Raji Kaczynski. Very good, very solid run from him. And if we want to talk about Hans-Heinrich Heinz is also qualified inside the main race because, well, he did very well in qualifying. He did what he needed to do. Andrew Rakhimbayev also inside as well as Sergei Petrov. Sean Pauli is in the outside looking in, so he'll have to qualify in the main race. Catherine Vasilyev is on the outside looking in. Juan Suarto is in the inside looking out, so very good run from him. So that is basically him out. And then we have Alex Bow, who has set the fastest lap in the OAH Amateur Guy Noel Lexus in Split 8 qualifying. So that's basically her out of the way. Jake Fox has also qualified into the main race as well. Mateus Juan de Porto will have to race his way into the main race, as well as all the other Gen 4 cars of Daniel Bolatev and Alex Grant. So they'll have to qualify by, they'll have to get into the qualifying races. And then we want to talk about Shakif Reza, who have made it into the qualifying races, where his brother have not so far. And Tim Eno has yet to qualify into the main race so far. He'll have to race in the qualifying races so far. Cypher 3 Nicotin and Thomas Snooks will have to race into the qualifying races in order for them to qualify into the main race. Then we want to talk about the Gen 6 cars. We want to talk about Tony Bazinga, who is in the outside looking in. We also want to talk about Alikan Astor, who is in the outside looking in as well. And then we want to talk about Ben Ripton. Ben Ripton is on the outside looking in, as well as Ricky Contreras in the Laplace Darkness Honda, I believe, and Zeke Wimberly as well. So all of the Gen 6 and Gen 4 cars will have to qualify into the main race if they want to have any chance of making it into the main race tomorrow. So we're about to get the main race, so we're about to get the qualifying races underway, the qualifying for the qualifying races underway, to set the grid for the main race and to see who is in the picture for the top 6 spots. As you can remember, as you actually want to recap to every one of you, you need to be inside the top 6 in the qualifying races in order for you to snap the final 6 spots into basically the qualifying session. Want to get there was a bit of a slight miscalculation. Andrew Taco's is has basically qualified into the qualifying races, so a slight apologies here. And wait. Okay, so we're going to be deleting okay, so we're gonna need to get this thing underway. So Richie Rod, your first car out, and then we have Ben Ripton. And then we, apologies, we have to do a bit of a sorting. We need to do this in order to determine the grid for the qualifying races. And then we have Yoso Hernandez in the third guy out. And then Ricky Contreras in the Laplace Darkness Honda in fourth guy out. So, and then we need to talk about Sean Pauli. Sean Pauli is the first guy out. He's actually a split, but not exactly the first guy out, but he is the Split 8 champion. So, and then we also wanted to talk about Alex Grant and Daniel Bolatev, and also Mamashaz and Reza, who have to qualify inside the main, have to qualify in the qualifying races as well. And then after that, we also want to talk about Tim Inner, who's also out on the outside looking in. So with that out of the way, let's move on into Split B. And then we have Vladislav Dabashnev out for a while, and then Zeke Wimberly. And with Zeke Wimberly, and then there is Jeff Clark. Jeff Clark will also need to get into the qualifying races in order to advance. And then we have Thomas Snooks, and before that, Mateus won the Porto. And then we want to talk about Cypher 3 Nikitin. Cypher 3 Nikitin will also need to qualify into the main races as well. And then we have but before, actually, I want to talk about Captain Vasilev as well. So the 18, the 11, the 3, 43, and the 63 Cypher 3 Nikitin also needed to qualify in the qualifying races. And then Tony Bazinga, Kyle Gibbons, and Alikan Aster. So that is basically the 19-car field set for the qualifying races so far. So we're going to need to get ourselves back into the transition. So we're going to need to get everyone rolling by. Every car is basically out on the track. So right now, as we're about to get the stream back on track right now with the car back out on track so far, it's now close to cars on track. Now, also want to talk about the first guy out Richie Watt. Let's see if they can so qualifying is going to be slightly more as you can see here, last at the launch there,
So far, I think my favorite, excuse me, I think my favorite would be that the second in the second place, Quali, and oh, never mind, he's still in the second place. And yeah, Sean Quali, he has caught my eye in for a while, so I'm paying a bit more attention to him, and I'm quite interested.
First run because we forgot to skip over into qualifying. He's here, so and in qualifying, 7 minutes of qualifying now begins. Now apologies for slight kerfuffle on what session this is. Not qualifying. No, not qualifying. Quali has been all license first. any case, they've been going straight well-known teammate out there. So a lot of potential. Well, yes, he's known to be a jack of all trades type of guy. Strong ball name. Have a lot of passion and dedication. So strong ball name. Very solid. And speaking of okay buddy Hall. Track. Jenny. She has been very good. So that is basically had this VTuber and the information how to not to mention she is currently the closest list. Let's see what she can do. Has just started his first one lap. Really trying to make up for that lost ground in the A qualifying, and now Shazin Reza heading into Degner. Currently the first guy out there, of course, is set the fastest for Degner, but Jeff Clark is still far behind. And as you can see, Jeff Clark has not had fastest pace so far. He is a bit down on Shazin Reza at the moment. Shazin Reza is currently blitzing on the racetrack. As you can see the Yamaha sponsor on the side of the car is application of Yamaha once again. There is a special elective team with the Himori Luna. So as a result, we have to stick to one side. Like that, as you can see, there is a second, last 70 seconds so far. Jeff Clark only has a personal best. Shazin Reza is looking to make up for lost ground. Let's see if we can set the fastest lap outright in Suzuka as he gets into the final corner. Let's see where his lap time stands. Provisional pole for Shazin Reza. Jeff Clark will have nothing to challenge so far, but Ben Ripton, fastest overall, is currently leading the pack right now in the number 96 Sakamata Quali Lexus. Yuki.
Okay, I'm very flattered at you for the okay body Hololive topic that you have mentioned a few minutes ago, and suddenly I watched that the top one has qualified in the qualified for the main race because they have the best of overall, and in the second place that Richie Ward has into the second place, number 22. But I was quite disappointed in Shazam's design that he has unfortunately landed in the third place. Although he was quite aiming, although he is still qualified for the main race currently. And good.
Continue. Okay, never mind that. Well, yes, no, you can feel it again. Sean Pauly makes it up actually at the fastest third sector so far, and he's currently third place. So right now we have the 6 cars starting this race in the best position also in the position to qualify into the main race. And right now Alex Grant, Ricky Contreras, Sean Pauly, Thomas Reza, Richie Rod, and Ben Lipton suddenly setting a banger of a lap time with 206. So right now you can see the top 6 in the screen right now. The Hondas in the top 6 right now. Jeff Clark and Daniel Bolata bumps. Daniel Bolata gets to the top 6. If Eno is now down into basically the knockout zone, 7th or lower means he'll be knocked out of the qualifying races. In the main race tomorrow if you qualify 7th or lower. Now, I also wanted to note that if you finish 7th in the qualifying races, one competitive 3rd, and then 8th place will be competitive in 4th, and so on and so forth, until 19th, will be competitive 35th to finish. As it stands right now, Sean Pauly and Ricky Contreras actually won with Nokia as well. And definitely get to a very fast car right now. Ben Lipton has improved his first sector, and right now, the cars have walked the main race, not the main race so far, but they have very close to the main race. Gerard in second, and now Alex Grant. Alex Grant bumps Daniel Bolata into the knockout zone. Alex Grant with a solid lap in 5th place. And Ricky Contreras on the danger zone on the hot seat right now, but still he doesn't improve. He gets into the pits. So that's basically the 6 cars are in the favorable position to get into the main bumps everyone down, gets up to 2nd so far, and Shalin Reza and Ben Lipton will have the best seat in the crowd. They will be inside the front two rows. And Ben Lipton getting pole position for this qualifying race. As we're about to get this race underway, I want to hear your thoughts, Miyuki.
I apologize for the disappearance. And okay, I watched that Alex Grant had suddenly bumped into the 5th place, like he skyrocketed into the 5th place and maintained a spot into the main race, which we will watch tomorrow. And I was also shocked that Sean Pauly, who although hasn't much improved, but he still managed to maintain a spot in his 2nd place. And that goes the same for the for Marshall Reza, who unfortunately is in this, but he still has a seat for the main race. Thank you.
Okay, so we're looking into the preview for the top 6 guys who are looking to get themselves into the race so far. Remember, 6 more higher is what you need if you want to qualify in the main race. Ben Lipton currently sits in pole position, 206.227, and Sean Pauly in 2nd. Definitely having hard needed to qualify in the main race so far, so watch out for him. Then we have Richie Rod in the number 22 British front 3 rows game actually on who is going to be winning this race. And as you can see here, it's anyone's game, it's anyone's race here at the moment. As you can see here, all these cars lining up on the grid, they're aiming, they're itching to get this race underway. And as you can see here, the race is about to get underway. As you can see here, 6 red lights, there are 5 red lights here in Suzuka. Let's go! Sean Quali having a walk-down start, and then is racing instantly. Shazin Reza and Richie Rod side by side into turn 1, but Shazin doesn't have the side by side moment that he needs. Oh, and you can see there's a massive crash! And as you can see, Mazinga and Hernandez knocked out! And as you can see now, the massive collision between Mazinga and Hernandez, and that will mean Hernandez will finish 35th in this round so far. Made contact with Tony Mazinga, and that's him out of the race. And how we see Grant and Eno battling this drivers battling in 4th position so far. Tim Eno and Alex Grant. Omar Volcarnism is ahead. Damanagana is ahead. And Crystal Lee, Sean Quali 2nd. Richie Rod in 3rd, so Reza in 4th. Contreras 5th. And Tim Eno inside the top 6th position. He has overtaken Alex Grant, and now Alex Grant is on the outside looking in. Right now, you can see here, and you can see Richie Rod is injured in this end. Consolidating position, he needs to be in the green. Currently, British 1, 2, 3. Van Ritten leads from Sean Quali and Richie Rod. So the Mesa in 4th place at the moment. The 18 laps of running is a 100-kilometer race. Contreras is 5th, and Tim Eno now slightly under pressure from Alex Grant. Alex Grant is hot on the heels of Tim Eno. Sees him now right behind, watching for the Robert's stream, but he's not close enough so far. Alex Grant, tries to right, is not close enough, but he's now, I think, alongside, keeping time on down the inside. Not quite. Anyways, we'll be taking a look into the top 3 at the moment. Plenty of pressure from Shazin Reza at the pace in the corners. Reza is going to go into corners, and then Honda's will just line on the cornering section. Anyone so far, you can see right now Shazin Reza is in position. I don't think he's 50 is making it so far. He just needs to stay inside the opposite. Ben Ripton, Sean Quali, Richie Rod, Shazin Reza, Ricky Contreras, and Eno will qualify inside. He will qualify and advance into the race tomorrow. But Alex Grant is looking to try to knock Eno out of the running into the main race. Why does he take it himself? Will there be a pit stop in half of the week in the season so far? If you actually take a pit stop in the game, huge. on the race, 2:07.4. Ben Ripta is definitely ripping onto the race track here at the moment, as you can see. The track but I don't think there's a pass made just yet. Out Brandon though. They watched it battle. Brandon managed to pass Ino. Ino will be knocked out of the race, knocked out of qualifying, and not in race of the main race. Right now, Mountain Red is in that position. Is in that position. The first guy to be knocked out of the main race so far. Let's see if Brandon can make the changes up. Is definitely flying and is looking to win the qualifying race here in Suzuka. He's holding it so far with 209. Well, into the rest of the 208. So Tom Quali's pace is dropping down. How did he do it? 5.06, very solid lap for Ben Ripton. But meanwhile, Zeke Wimberley thinks of making a move down the inside. Is he alongside? Not quite. Wimberley is really trying to make a move into Basilia. Basilia is trying for that full pass straight ahead of him. And Honda now. This is a Bobby Honda. Basilia is moving for a Honda. We're about to get into the halfway position. Is basically falling off the pace right now. No one's stopping Ben Ripton now, as he is basically showing everyone what it takes to drive racing. At 2:06.398, another fastest lap for Ben Ripton. What is Tom Collins' lap time anyway? We're about to see Tom Collins cross the line. Seconds. 3 seconds faster is Ben Ripton against Quali. He has a massive lead right now, 16 seconds. He can just cruise at the moment. Okay, if you're here, we'd like to hear your thoughts at the moment as we're about to get into the halfway portion of the race.
Hi, Vicky. I apologize for the long absence due to personal reasons. And so far, I have watched that Ripton still managed to get the fastest lap among all of the 18 races, and Sean Quali still haven't managed to catch up against Ben Ripton, although having a 3-second difference between the laps. And I've been watching Alex Grant in the 7th place. Has been trying to get to the 6th place to maintain his spot in the race. But Team Inno still managed to defend his 6th place against Alex Grant, and in the 8th place with Bullata. But Ron, Shazvin Reza and Contreras has still maintaining the third, 4th and 5th place, which will save their seat in the top 6 for the race.
And we did mention about this earlier. Never to move another fastest lap. 2 minutes for the sake of 3:01. He's basically destroying the field at the moment. The bus is already past the halfway mark. Tumbling down. Set the first one. 8. So Tom Collins picking up the pace here at the moment, but still 2 seconds slower than Ben Ripton on that last lap. Meanwhile, right now, you can see here, so there's a consolidating 4th place at the moment, reaching what? Hold on to the 25th position right now. And right now, these 6 drivers in the top 6 from Ben Ripton in on the path. There's understand the synergy between commentators and the streamer. Now, Quali still trying, already pulling his way. Trying to attack Sean Quali as long as he can, but right now he's tired and he's used too much of his tires. His tires are really giving up. He's not giving up on high. But I'm going to talk about Ben Victor right now. Ben Victor, 22nd over Sean Quali, which I believe should be one of the most dominating all-right GT3 wins of all time. And no pressure normally is once again, and now we see another overtake between Wimberley and Catherine Vasilia. A job well done for Vasilia. Trying to attack an even better job for Wimberley to overtake Vasilia for the fifth lane. Amazing stuff there. Off of the Takashi triangle. Will it be enough for Sadreza? Gets close, but not close enough. Sadreza really wants to try and overtake if you want there for the final closing spot right now. Sadreza looking to try to get himself right now, Kim Minnow. Shazin Reza! Shazin Reza is pitting! He has run out of fuel! They have miscalculated his fuel run! And right now, Shazin Reza is really fuming that he has run out of fuel! And that's him out of the main race so far! An interesting turn of events! Suzuka had not been very kind to Shazin Reza over the time he has been in Suzuka. If you remember in Suzuka East, he had to retire due to a mechanical issue, and in Suzuka H1, that is where he basically had his championship be taken away in addition to the penalty. As there is an exit in 12th place, now out of running, and this would mean that Alex Quinn is now in the hunt, or in the front line so far. And Daniel Bolata is currently in 7th, and the number 10 to Guillermo Tuahan, he is going to try to steal position.
I was supposed to spend some and ended up in the 13th place and having Alex Quinn securing his spot in the 6th place which will let him qualify for the main race tomorrow.
Yes, and then really slow off of Spoon, and as you can see, Alex Grant, will he make a move down the inside? He's not close enough, I don't think. Will there be a move? I do not think so right now. Daniel Bolata is now closing in into Alex Grant. Battle between the Americana and the Toa cars. The audio cars are battling for the final transfer spot. As we are already have 14 laps to complete. We are now lap 15 into this race. For Shazin Reza, commiserations for him as he has basically run out of fuel. So I'm trying to so basically they miscalculated the speed and they want to run as fast as possible, but they would stay in the top 6. But now that miscalculated fuel miscalculation on the fuel have basically costed Shazin Reza a spot into the main race tomorrow, so the next will be knocked out. But meanwhile, this will give Alex Quinn a spot into the main race. That is unless there's a lot I have to say about it. That's close to setting the period. I'm going to twist in this race for the team right now, as we have seen what is potentially a spot inside the top 6 and a spot into the main race, and now all come undone for Shazin Reza. Now Shazin Reza needs to hope that basically 7 cars ahead of him will be wiped out in a miraculous event. And right now Michelle has also been overtaken by Adak-RMS and definitely dropped down like a rock in pace. As you can see, Reza setting another lap of the race. 2:05.824. Now it's just wrapping up once again. The track is now at 95%. So he's got the pace, he's got the speed right now. Right now Ben Hickson is looking to have a very solid spot into the main race so far. Meanwhile, they're taking a look into the battle once again. Alex Grant trying to close into Tim Daniels, but he drops down in terms of pace. One of these three cars will have to go bye-bye into the main race so far. Shazin Reza is knocked out. And right now Shazin Reza have closed up to the counter and he's now at this point fighting dragging right now. Team Sim Racing mate in Octi Online Racing Car. It's currently Tim Eno and Alex Grant. Same on this one.
Currently eyeing on Daniel Bolates, who is still currently in 7th place, right behind Alex Grant, who is in the 6th place, and he's trying to keep his spot on the 6th place, although Daniel Bolates he's still on Alex Grant's
Okay, as you can see here, Alex Grant really trying to close in on the tip end of the gap. It's now dropped down momentarily, a tenth of a second between the two. The gap is up. As you can see, Thomas Nukes, Jeff Clark, and Plaza Damasha are now into the mix. There's now less than 2 laps to go in this race. They thought that the guys from 8 and they thought that they were out of the running entirely, but now they are looking to have the chance to basically have the outside shot of winning this, getting the spot, 6 and above, right a little more. They're really trying to close in onto Alex Grant, who's also trying to close in into his end of pace, have dropped down severely, as you can see. So the gap between Sean Quali and Ben Ripton are down 30 seconds. Ben Ripton is on a flyer right now. This is definitely showing that he is on pace right now. And now what was supposed to be about 8th, 5th, 6th, and 7th have now extended into 8th, 9th, and 10th. About to start the final lap of the race for the Sakamata Chloe. Very good stuff from the grid. He has shown to everyone that he has the top car of the day. Sean Quali is also not far behind. And on the screen, and meanwhile, tries to make it around the outside, the inside, but he's still not close enough. The gap has definitely closed down. While Ben Ripton and Sean Quali stay first and second, which is Russ, Masari third and fourth. Tim Eno's spot might be at risk so far. Alex Grant's spot might be at risk as well. This is the final lap of the race so far, and let's see if there could be any gain here. The Shane Lane, which is basically the fan base for some of the folks, has been very interested to see Ben Ripton come across the final 2 seconds. You can see he takes the lead into the Captain Basilius again battling for position right now. They're now side by side heading into the final lap of the race for them. Equally has the inside line between himself and Vasilia. He's basically moving down the inside. It's Vasilia staying in 15th place, but Ben Ripton, for the Sheik in, well, basically the fan base for Sakamata Chloe and Sakamata Chloe herself, she will also be very excited when they see Ben Ripton get himself a win here in Suzuka in the qualifying races. He will be the first of the guys who have qualified outside the top 8 to make it into the main race of another fastest lap, 205.705. Sean Quali holding on to second place. I can see the battles here at the back. Tom Hololive holding on to second place. A very deserving drive for Split A champion. Tom Hololive exiting 1-3 off for the final time. Is looking to solidify his place into the top 6 of this race and will therefore qualify for the main race tomorrow. Switching on everything comparable to the same. They have basically coordinated this in the end. They have managed to keep themselves safe. They managed to keep their cars in one piece. Tim Eno and Alex Quinn will be your final two drivers who will be qualifying for a spot into the main race. Staying inside the top 5 for much of the race until he had to pit. Reza will not make it into the main race. Mystery Nikitin, Vasilyev, Wimberly, Astor, that was very dramatic to see one rider team get knocked out. To get this transition underway to see the results of this race. It has been one of the most unthinkable races that we've seen from the guys inside the top 6. As you can see, Ben Ripton, and then Sean Quali, Richie Watt, Vicky Contreras, Tim Eno, and Alex Quinn. They will fight for the points tomorrow in the main race. They will fight. They will join the 20. They will join the other 16 drivers who have qualified by speed alone. So obviously these cars have reserved a spot into the main race. So you gotta be in it to win it if you want to have a shot at challenging to win. And for points as well. But meanwhile, look at that off the back. Then off the credited with the 23rd place. We credited with 23rd. Thomas Snoop will be credited with 24th. Jeff Clark 25th. Mustang 26th. 27, Alan Kim is 28th. Shannon Rizzo will be credited with 29th, and Trey Negative will be credited with 30th place. Vasilyev, another bad weekend for her in the postseason, puts her in 11th and 31st. Zeke Wimbledon in 32nd. Oliver Astor 33rd. Cody Mazinga 34th. And Rosa Hernandez basically got knocked out early on in the race. Will also not make it into the main race. Last place finish. Now we also want to talk about some of the Gen 6 cars. Also, two of the Gen 6 cars ended up qualifying into the main race. So good job for these guys who are trying their best. Meanwhile, we're about to take a look into the replay to see what exactly happened to Yosoro at the start. So Yosoro basically had made contact with Zeke Wimberly at the race start. So let's take a look into what happened at the start. So you can see Hernandez out there. So we're going to do a bit of a replay. They're going 3 wide. Everyone is going 3 wide, as you can see. Oh, Zeke Wimberly got turned. And also Tony Mazinga got collected as well. That was a massive incident between the two at the start. So let's take a look into the second angle of what happened here. Here is the restart. As you can see here, these cars are going 3 wide. They're going 3 wide, they're 1. And here you see Rosa Hernandez. Car gets turned by Zeke Wimberly. And also collected into the mess was Tony Mazinga. Let's take a number 54 Hakui Koyori Nissan. Let's take a look into the number 54. Oh, that was very much fast. He turned it into out of the running car. So Zeke Wimberley, I don't think he'll be getting a penalty, but they will definitely frown upon this movement from Wimberley. But what the case is, they will be out of the running by the start, so it will be meaningless in the end. So again, the 22 car field has been set, and as it stands right now, we're going to be taking a look into who the drivers will be. So hope everyone has been enjoying this qualifying race so far. It has been very, very eventful for everyone involved. So let's take a look into the results first. So let's first take a look into the standings here in qualifying. So let's take a look into the hang on, I'm going to we're gonna be taking a look into the race results here. So here is the So let's take a look into basically the qualifying here. Apologies with the slightly mixed up name there. This is actually Shakir Reza, but actually let me go to the transitions once again to get the proper names in. So let's take a look back into the results. Anyways, qualifying inside the top 8 in split A qualifying would be as it stands, Alex Bowen, Anthony Amano, Shmoma Shakir Reza, Bon Air, Lorenzo Ricci, Andrew Tacosland, Hans Heinrich Heinz, and Jake Clark. These are your first 8 drivers who have qualified into the main race. And the next 8 drivers who have qualified into the main race, that would be Ofumai, Raja Kaczynski, Mohammed. Apologies here. We need to do this. We need to change the names again, because that did not properly reflect the drivers. So anyways, let's take a look back into the results for the split B qualifying on who made it into the main race. So we have Hofomai, Raja Kaczynski, Kizuhara Leo, Daniel Bauer, Sergei Petrov, Aquamarine Jensen in his Holo GT3 debut, very impressive for him, Thomas Harto, and Andrew Rahimbayev. These are the next 8 cars who will be competing in the main race tomorrow. And as for everyone else, we'll be taking a look into the top 6 in the qualifying race to see who made it into the main race. The final 6 spots up for grabs have been taken by Ben Ripton, Sean Pauly, Richie Rod, Ricky Contreras, Tim Eno, and Alex Grant. So those are your final 6 drivers who will be competing in the main race tomorrow. So hopefully everyone have enjoyed the stream so far, and we apologize for some of the shortcomings that we have had so far. This is our first time with the format, and this is also our first time Hanaori Miyuki is in the commentary booth at the moment, so apologies for these shortcomings, but we hope you enjoy the stream regardless. As we're about to get this main race underway tomorrow, we hope everyone's going to be tuning in into this channel at 3 p.m. JST. We hope to see you again. My name is Mama Shakir Reza, and alongside me is Hanaori Miyuki, and you've been watching the 2022 Hololive GT3 Japan Series postseason.